Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. For some reason, there's some scuff, but it's fine, you know. That means I'm just gathering all my scuff luck. Which means I should have waited till tonight to summon for the weapon. But no. Silly me was like, you know what? I'm gonna be impatient. And I know, right? I had to keep her as a background. She's adorable. But now it's time for some silvered whispers. When the snow begins to fall, our dance together shall be soon. I want snow, it's hot. It's very hot. My room would definitely melt more chocolate if I kept the chocolate in here. Like, oh, I'm already sweating. But you know, it's fine. It's okay. I got this. This was originally meant to be a Christmas event. I mean, I kind of have to use that wallpaper. I mean, look at her. I'm gonna assume these are probably like energy drinks. Or maybe they're just regular soda, who knows. And then she has some chips next to her and a gaming stuff, so of course. No. Either a bit early or... Actually, no, it is a bit early because Christmas in July. It's only June. Well, it came out in May, but still. Yoohee, recollection node. No matter how many times the reverse simulations are done, these pivotal moments are indisputable turning points that shape the future. Yay! It's a Christmas miracle, everyone! Merry Christmas! Elmo, the dormitory. As the music's final beats conclude, Yoohee finishes the dance practice with a perfect motion. I cannot help but clap at this mesmerizing display. Commander! When did you... Aw, is this late already? Yeah, but I can wait. No rush. No. That won't do. I was the one who invited you. You're here to help me out, too. Okay, sit down. Have some tea. I would love some tea. Yoohee expeditiously carries over chairs, stuffing a mug of steaming hot tea into my hand. A flowery fragrance hits me, emanating from the cup's contents. No need to go so far. You told me before that you wanted me to help you tidy up some neural data, right? Yes. The records I wanted you to go over with me are from that special day as well. A time not unlike now. Wait, special? A memorable experience, yes? Yeah. It wasn't exciting or frightening, nor anything that changed the world. Still, I look back on it fondly, and it taught me a lot. Alright, I'll do my best to help you. Shall we begin? Yeah, I'll be in your care. Commander, I'm over here. Connection is good and visibility is clear. Well done, Yoohee. Right, let's have a look. So what are we looking at? This place looks familiar. It should be... Zutero's nearby, right, Commander? That's right. I think your first time should be done in a familiar place. Well done. You thought of everything. When you're guiding your juniors, you should also pay attention to... Oh, I love the finger heart. This isn't the time to be thinking about things like this. I should use this time to properly sort out my neural cloud. I'm ready. Alright, let's begin. Oh man, my gacha games though. I have FGO, I have GFL2, I have Arknights, I have Nike. Blue Archive lives on my phone. Even though I haven't touched it in a while, I'll admit. And I still gotta continue Starro. I've been bad with the main story. I gotta catch up though, especially if I want to get a bunch of free gems before Saber comes out. Because I'm gonna max her. I'm gonna max her in Archer if I can. I mean, not can, I will. Oh my goodness, silly self, will. It's always will. There's no other option. It's either do or die. And I shall do because I don't want to die right now. Yes, that's my addiction. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. It's so kind of like questionable sounding, but if I'm not spending money on college stuff, I'm spending money on gacha games. Like, oh, the benefit of rarely going out outside of work. Now, if I actually hung out with more people, then the money thing would probably be an issue. But because I don't, it's okay, you know. I don't gotta worry. So woohoo! And okay, I guess we're just exploring this area some more? I'm assuming we're scouting out locations for a concert? Exactly, who needs friends when you have waifus? Plus, it's not like people understand. Or when they ask me questions, I'm answering unironically saying like... It's like, oh, so... It's like, what do you do? I play lots of games. I play these specific gacha games. Oh, why do you play those games? Because of my waifus and husbandos? It's like, oh, it's so silly. It's like, no, 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 I'm being serious. For my waifus and husbandos? Like, what are you interested in? My waifus and husbandos? Just literally the same stuff. It's like, ha ha ha, what a funny answer. It's like, no, I'm being honest. It's like, oh, what's your type, Buster? Buster and AoE? Damage dealers? Like, ah, of course. Any other descriptions? Pilgrims? Ah, even better. It's like, what else? Like, that's about it. And, okay, we're back here. Data organization is going smoothly so far. Never thought that you would run into Nagant and Ksenia there. Yeah, I was a bit shocked too, with how big the world is. Running into past companions by sheer chance might as well be a miracle. And they helped me out a lot back then too. I haven't gotten the chance to thank them properly since I got on board. Maybe I should take some flowers with me? What do you think, Commander? That's a good idea. Expressing your thoughts with flowers is a holiday tradition too. It might be difficult to get real flowers in the contamination zone though. What flowers were you thinking of? Is that really a holiday tradition? Expressing thoughts with flowers? Oh gosh. What's your ideal of perfect first date? They come home with on a first 10 pool, yes! Or heck, even a single pool. What flowers are good for expressing gratitude? Let me think. How about carnations? Carnations might be a little too... Well, maybe Nagant would be happy with that. Right? Carnations express both gratitude and respect. Ksenia... I think she'll like any flower so long as it's made out of... Astartes gold. Right. Do you have any flowers you're fond of, Commander? Flowers I'm fond of? I have a few, but I can't exactly pick out a particular favorite. Oh man, I don't know the language of flowers. And I don't have a favorite flower either. It's alright. I'm just asking for the sake of it. No need to think too hard. Here, let me fill up your tea. There's some dried flowers added to this tea. It adds a nice fragrance, right? If only we had some cookies to go with it. She interrupts my thoughts with her cheery tone. I take a good sniff of the liquid's aroma. Sniff, sniff. Yeah, it's lovely. Okay, I think that'll do it. Let's get back to organizing. Yeah, of course. Oh my goodness, imagine being organized. pretty sure the commander has a least favorite flower at least. Oh no. No favorite, but least favorite. I'm trying to think like if I actually have a favorite flower at all. What is the tastiest flower? Out of all the flowers that I've eaten stuff that are flavored, things. Rose flavored stuff are tasty, lavender flavored stuff are tasty, hibiscus flavored stuff are tasty. Are there any other tasty edible flowers? I've had chamomile tea a few times. That was like fine, but not as preferred as the others. Though I do tend to buy lavender flavored things. Waifus probably want someone who can hold on to friends. Oh no! Commander, when a situation calls for it, even, not so proper methods should still be used, right? Ah, yes, not so proper methods. Oh, epitheliums and parodius. Okay, that makes sense. You mean, when you hacked into the city's CCTV? Well, you didn't use it for anything malicious, and everything ended well. I know, right? You're the best, Commander. What kind of adventure was Yoohee on? What did I miss? This feels like a continuation of something. Where it's like, remember that time we went on this crazy adventure? Oh my goodness, yes, let's reminisce right now. So she hacked into the CCTV? Ooh, Bird of Paradise is pretty. Okay, I gotta say one thing. This is gonna be really bad, but at one point I used to kind of troll and ask, what's your favorite flower, Misaki? Rafflesia. I like death flowers, the ones that smell like death and decay. Never actually smell them, though. You went so far as to help Professor Bowen look for Lumi, just so you could have some artificial snow? There must be something more at play. And oh, the cutscenes are separate. Okay. You're right, Commander. I did intentionally seek him out because I wanted to use artificial snow for our performance. After knowing what Lumi meant to him, though, I couldn't just let it be. And before I realized it, I started taking it like a competition with how good Lumi was at running away. Haha, that does sound like something you would do. Should I take that as a compliment, Commander? Of course, if you weren't like that, you wouldn't have been able to continue dancing. Commander. Seriously, getting all sincere all of a sudden, it's embarrassing, you know? But I do like it. Her brilliant smile makes me ease up too. Aww. Commander probably has mixed feelings on the Lunasia as well. I'm looking forward a little to what's next. Shall we continue? Yep. This is the best part of the performance. Ooh, the best part. Commander, come quick, over here. What's this music? Don't you want to take a break? You've been at it for so long. Ah, does it mean I get to enjoy your dancing again? I just can't keep anything from you, can I? Very well, as you wish. I only just finished arranging the steps to this dance, so you'll be the first person to see it. Ooh, sneak peek of a dance. She's so cute. Commander, what do you think? When I watch people dancing, I feel happier. Does this mean you like it? Can I take that to mean that you approve? Of course. That's great. Actually, there's more after this. Still, the intermission should be over by now, right? We aren't done yet. You're right. I think I should wait until it's all over before putting on a show for you. Lunasia was the name of the Paradias' leader's younger sister, and her revival took away the existence of Commander's closest and most trusted doll. Oh, okay. I can see the mixed reactions or mixed feelings for Lunasia then. Dang Paradias. Lumi? Aw. Lumi tripped. Gosh darn it though, out of all the idol dolls that we've gotten so far in this game, I think Yoohee's won me over. Like, sorry idols, but hello Yoohee. And okay, this is pretty good so far. Ta-da! Continue. And even more fighting. Okay. Does doing these stages unlock the cutscenes? I only do the challenges and those thingies that use the tickets. And I played that one jumping game twice. But I did so bad that I was like, you know what, I'm a little embarrassed. Okay, good. I'm so curious why it's separate. Because I want to see what they're reminiscing on. And now to continue. I'm so glad these stages are pretty easy. This makes life so much easier. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, if anyone's wondering what's for dinner, Dad's gonna make steel-cut oatmeal, apparently. I told him to take his time. He was napping when I was in the living room before coming back to my room. He's like, you want steel-cut oatmeal? I'm like, sure. Like, yeah, I guess. I told him, take your time, though. Like, if you want to laze around. But, steel-cut oatmeal. If I'm lazy, I'll just eat it as is, or I'll just add in a bit of honey and butter. But the true lazy method is no flavor whatsoever. Like, healthy. Bowl of... It's not even mush because it's steel cut, so there's some texture. Bowl of oats. Yummy, yummy oats. The heck, even when it's plain, it's not that bad, honestly. Not the best, not the worst. And ta-da! Commander? What's with you getting all serious all of a sudden? I'm just thinking that if it weren't for you noticing what Lumi really wanted, who knows how long it would have been misunderstood for. True, what is the difference between using, like, steel cut and another metal? I know that the steel cut ones have a texture to it, versus, like, regular oatmeal, which is, like, more mushy when you cook it. It was nothing impressive. Alicia Sion Zhangnim told me that the soul of dance is an expression. So I habitually began to observe the people around me to see what they express with the smallest expressions and movements. I suppose I ended up in the right place at the wrong way. The soul of dance is expression, an interesting phrase. It's true that when I watch Viplay and Sharkri, I can feel their emotions sometimes. You get it, Commander. That's right. Things in your mind that you can't speak, emotions you can't declare, all that can be expressed through dance. After the whole business with Professor Bowen and Lumi, I became even more certain about this. Dance can go beyond the boundaries of death and speak to the soul. If it wasn't for Lumi's dancing, imagine the regrets of the professor and his wife would have had. Oh man, I didn't realize dance spoke to the soul like that. I should have done the silly little dance video in the park like I was originally planning to for my final project. I should have done that. But no. Silly me was lazy and just made a PowerPoint presentation. Ha. Don't forget your own part in it. You helped out a lot. I pat her head. She looks upwards, a shade of red creeping onto her happy face. I was really happy to be able to help Lumi and the professor. I want to convey more and more things with dance from now on too. I'm sure you'll manage it. I don't really understand dancing, but if you need help, I'll always be here. Speaking of this, I really did have another request for you, but I'll tell you after we're done for good with the organizing. There's not much left. Let's clear it out. Let's clear it all out in one go. All right. And now, continue. I need to collect more rocks. And then be strong for the next banner, maybe. I don't know. When it comes to new dolls, I kind of want that pole dancing one. I also would want Bielka because she's cute. And then, of course, I want W's sister in this game. I think that should be it for the new dolls that I want. Maybe. I don't know. You know, I shouldn't say that. It's probably not it. But for reruns, oh gosh. I need more Klukai. Especially, I'd want more Mikti too. Heck, more Macchiato. More Douche of Naya. I'm just greedy. Oh, Luna could be cute. Steel cut oats take longer to digest than rolled oats. And it's called steel cut for no real reason, wow. Just to sound fancy, I love eating them steel cuts. It cuts my stomach up like steel. Delicious. Oh yeah, I sent Gunther the video. He thought it was funny how that video was uploaded 2 days ago. He's like, wow, we just talked about that last week and they already... And now they're making an announcement? What is the timing? I'm like, I know, right? Isn't that good timing? So hopefully you can get the complete edition. Like the actual complete edition. If not, over here it's still pretty warm. My room's in the 80s. So happy I took the chocolate bars out of my room last night. Oh, they would have been a pile of goo by now. Speaking of the chocolates, I'm debating which flavors I want to try tonight. Maybe the almond one. Almond and caramel? I can be fancy and have those two ones. There, all organized. Good work, Yoohee. I should be the one saying that, Commander. All of the redundant data's gone, and I feel much better for it. Thank you. I prepared a present for this, actually. A present? No need, really. Keeping everyone in good shape is my duty as a commander. Oh, it's nothing expensive. I made it myself. Take it. Yoohee retrieves a box from the shelf behind her, producing a flower pieced together with mechanical parts. Aww. Wow, what a sweet event. The flower's stem and calyx were constructed with levers and gears, the petals with gradient of copper, and the stamen with smatterings of shattered crystal. Much time was dedicated to this present. Might this be a hibiscus? Yeah, it's about the time of year, and I wanted to give you flowers too. Aw, how sweet. A hibiscus, I love hibiscus. They taste delicious. Or at least hibiscus flavored things. I never actually ate the actual flower here. I'm told that the hibiscus signifies gentleness and resilience. I wanted to use it to express my gratitude for your efforts and treating everyone gently, including me. But a metal flower will never wilt, which means I'll never be separated from you. I accept the gently glinting metal flower. The faint light upon its petals warm and pleasant. Thank you. I will treasure it. You said you have something you wanted of me. What is it? Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. With Biple's Sombe and Sharkri Sombe, right? It's about the solo dance. I mean, the part about the solo dance is expression. I think so. With the understanding that you have of dance, you must watch them perform often. I might not be on their level yet, but the Sparkle Troop's performances have been getting great reviews from the public. Commander, you should come see us dance too. Of course. But do I only need to watch? You think that's too easy, Commander? Then you should clap loudly and liven up the atmosphere with everyone. I'm just kidding. So long as you enjoy yourself and feel what I'm trying to get across to you. Yoohee's eyes shine with light. Her mind one of absolute passion. Such faith in remaining steadfast sways me as well. In a time as cruel as ours, this passion will forever be of inestimable value. Alright, I'll take you up on that. I would go to your performance. I would happily watch. Oh, cute. Portrait touching the truth. Now this perfect dance has finally hit the stage. Has Yoohee succeeded in conveying her true feelings? Yes, I think she has. I believe in her. Wow, what a wonderful event. Okay, now for reals. Lovely scenery. On a bright and pleasant morning, pedestrians began to filter onto the satellite city streets. The shops on the sides of the street hang up colored lights and put on displays of bouquets, dyeing the otherwise monotone cityscape. Hello, hello. Yoohee stops in front of one such shop, lightly touching a petal as shock makes itself apparent on her face. Wow, these flowers are real? I thought they were plastic. Plants for viewing pleasure are expensive these days. Well, it is a time of year to express your wishes by giving flowers. Right, Shakri's Sunblaze response. Tornado watch, ooh, spooky. Yoohee inspects the message records on her phone. She scrolls up and down, failing to find Shakri's name. Huh? There's nothing. Could it be that she didn't see my message? Beep beep. As Yoohee feels anxiety creep in, her phone begins to ring. Shakri, somebody's calling. Hello? Can you hear me? Good morning, Shakri Sombe. Morning! Shakri saw the message. Compared to the previous version, the changes worked really well. Dancing with the falling snow with the audience's full attention. Geez, all this talk makes me want to get on stage myself. Really? Shakri Sombe? Sparkle, my doll dance squad will welcome you with open arms at any time. Sparkle. To think of it, that sure is a passionate name. I must apologize though. The cafe's been really busy recently. The young mistress is no help, and since Aracy's raised the standards of service again. But it's alright. No matter how busy it gets, Shakri will always keep the customers happy. I see. And here I thought you finally agreed to join. But with your approval, I'm much more confident in the changes to the routine. Oh, super duper good luck to your exams. It's a bit early to celebrate, you know. The plan might have been perfected with Shakri's help, But where you get snow from? The technology's only gotten to refine enough stage to only emulate rain, right? And it's limited to the white zone cities too. Though we can get a few scraps in a satellite city occasionally. Don't worry, I've gone over the files already. LUB-01 has a scientist researching artificial snow. I'm already there, on the way to their laboratory. Eh? You already left PRY-01, Yoohee? You sure move fast. The only thing left to do in PRY-01 is to practice before the performance. With the changes locked in, there's nothing left for me to do there. Once I got news about the artificial snow, I set off right after sending you a message. I heard that LUB-01 has an excellent dessert shop, and they say that their sweets are all super cute. I really want to go take a look. Since you're at LUB-01, Yoohee, could you go take a look and snap some photos of the sweets? Shakri would be so very grateful. Dessert shop. This might be a good chance to get closer to Shakri-sanbei. I couldn't quite hear that. Was there something you didn't want Shakri to hear? No, nothing. The signal's got a bit bad, that's all. Send me the shop's name, please. Give me a second. It's on the tip of Shakri's tongue. What is it, manager? I'm on the phone with Yoohee. What's that? New coffee beans? Springfield's voice comes from the other end of the call. Shakri has to help carry some stuff. Be right back, C's. No problem. Do what you need to. 5 minutes later. Here's the encore. Yoohee, you still there? Yes, go ahead. I went ahead and asked manager just now. She said that artificial snow is some really impressive tech right now, until it's hard to put into action. Is my finest work going to sink before its maiden voyage like this? Makes me angry just thinking about it. You won't know unless you try. I had to go to great lengths to convince the dance squad's instructor to approve Sparkle for PRY-01's special holiday program. If we miss out, who knows how long it'll have to wait for the next opportunity. If we need it for the best effect, I'll go for it, even if my odds of success are only at 1%. 1% is better than some gacha rates. Yui answers as she pats her chest. Simultaneously, she finds many people running in her direction with distress on their faces.
Stop going in that direction! Everyone, turn back!
The man at the front of the group shouts, and the passerby stops in their tracks. You may have a head pat. Pat pat.
A robot's gone haywire and messed up the entire street. Look at all these bubbles on my clothes. I'm soaked.
Yoohee, can you hear me? Sounds like there's a lot of noise over there. What's going on? Sorry, Shakri-sanbei. A robot's gone out of control over here. I gotta take a look. Robot? Out of control? Man, the satellite city sounds dangerous. Maybe you should get out of there first? I can ask the manager to think of something for the snow. It's no problem. I'm here already. Might as well give it a go. I'll be A-okay. Yui ends the call, running in the direction of the man indicated. Whoa, slippery. If you don't mind a sweaty hug since it's hot over here, here you go, have a hug. Oh, I feel so bad. It is pretty hot here. I'm legit sweating. It's okay though. I will wash off later. Hopefully by then it'll be cooler. Before she could run a dozen steps, Yoohee steps on a puddle of white foam. Just before she falls to the ground, she extends her right hand, supporting herself and landing on her feet after a 360-degree twirl. A perfect aerial motion. If that was on stage, the audience would have given a big round of applause, right? God, this wet feeling on my hands is really icky. Just what is this white foam? Was that a firefighting robot? Snowing. A strange voice comes from her right. Yoohee turns to find a small automaton, no taller than half a person. Aww. Snowing. No? What do you mean? Wait, are you that faulty? Before she could finish her sentence, the robot spews forth a burst of bubbles, hitting the unprepared Yoohee straight on. Oh, my clothes. It's getting in my ear. Snowing. Hold up. Don't you run, not after doing a number on me like that. Like this on my frame. I mean, not after doing a number like this on the frame I just had maintained. The robot runs into the distance as Yoohee quickly swats away the foam on her and gives chase. Snow. Hold on. Oh no, there's someone up ahead. The robot dashes along the pavement. Not far away is a senior citizen, not so keen of foot. Crap, if it keeps moving, there'll be collision for sure. Where's the security bot? It's not paying attention at all. Good night. And super duper good luck for your exam. Yoohee looks over at the security bot moving along at a leisurely pace, gritting her teeth. Screw it. Yoohee gets a running start, leaps into the air, and delivers a stylish kick to the little robot's fragile joint. The sudden strike makes the little robot lose its balance, and it falls to the ground with a pirouette. The old woman soon leaves the robot's path on the pavement. Phew, that was close. It nearly ran into that old lady. While Yoohee takes the time to escort the old woman to a safe area, the little robot springs to its feet again and hurries away, swaying from side to side. Snowing. Don't just run off. Gah, it's spraying all over the place again. If this gets out of hand... Yoohee looks around hurriedly, searching for a way to stop the little robot. It keeps spinning around enthusiastically not far away, continually spewing foam.
Hey, aren't you K2?
Yes? Yoohee turns around to answer. Two familiar faces stand right behind her. M1895 and Stechkin? Why are you two here? Look, it's complicated. We have some business to take care of. No time for that now. Why are you wet all over? Is it that robot? Did your robot go haywire? It's not mine. I don't know how to explain it, but we need to stop it right now. If we just let it run around like this, we'll have an accident on our hands for sure. Can you help me out? Huh? Oh, it's a senior's duty to help out the juniors after all. Wait, don't shoot at us. Look out, Ksenia. Hello. And the gun's reminder, Ksenia unhurriedly bends downwards as a glob of foam flies by just above her head. Any ideas, my good senior? This bubble monster's about to flood all the shops here. I'm thinking, okay? Get a move on at least. Don't just stand there playing games. Okay, your wish is my command. Ksenia puts away her terminal, following the gun's footsteps and taking cover behind a toppled table. Still thinking? Of course not. We need to prioritize getting the source of the chaos under control. Right, K2 and I will pin it down so it doesn't move as much. You look for timing and grab it from its bubble-spewing dead zone. Eh? Why is the hardest part being left on me? Ksenia. Okay. It's an order, I get it. How about an extra hour of my break times from now on? Oi, no haggling. Any questions, K2? No, let's go. What a first memory. So from a lovely scenery to a tiny robot. No brain this time. Hearing the sound behind itself, the robot turns around exaggerately. Before it could focus its camera on Yoohee, Nagant had already restrained it with the rope she had on her body. Scary. Lawbreaker. You're the one causing all this ruckus, and you dare yell that at us? Right. M1895, Stechkin, thank you. With your help, I probably would have never caught this little guy. Don't worry about it. Of course you gotta give an old friend a hand. Speaking of which, you're still the exact same as if we're after all this time. Really? The exact same? The exact same? What? But I tried so hard for so long. The news seems to hit Yoohee hard. This is our first time meeting after we left Griffith, right? Oh right, Stetch can change her name. She goes by Ksenia now. Nagant here hasn't changed much, just like you. Still good on Nagant. Us elders gotta respect tradition. You whippersnappers wouldn't get it. And going from Nagant M1985 to Nagant is still a difference. Sure thing, buddy. I'm called Yoohee now. Seemingly still recovering from the shock, Yoohee looks like she's still coming back to her senses. Yoohee's your new name? It sure has a nice ring to it. Yoohee, do you work around here now? No, I work in a performance troupe. I came here to look for some technical assistance with artificial snow. A performance group? In need of artificial snow? Yes, I put together a doll dance group called Sparkle. The troupe recently took on a major contract, and Sparkle will be responsible for a part of the program. To add a bit of atmosphere, we're looking for some help with artificial snow. As the topic shifts to our field, Yoohee seems to ease up a bit. Whoa, sounds impressive. Unlike us, all we do is the grunt work to help with security, city security. Basically no holidays too. Oh, it should have been Nagant's M1895. The year her revolver was made, and that's why she's considered old. Ah. We finally got a few days off. We finally got a few days to rest and recover, but the first thing we encounter is a public incident. Whoa, say, do you think I can get a bonus for overtime? Sure is one hell of a holiday you're having. Aren't you here for the competition? Competition? What competition? Is there an event or something going on around here? A holiday event of sorts, with a sizable prize pool to boot. I hear there are rare flowers up for grabs this time, the type that don't wither even if left alone for ages. It's been the talk of the town. How come we haven't heard of this, Yoohee? Well, I suppose I've been rather busy with putting together a dance routine and didn't have time for much else. 1985 would be relatively new to consider her grandma. The ultimate grandma. Oh, grandmama. Yep, 1985. But 1895, that makes a lot more sense. Are you guys here to win the cash prize and take home beautiful flowers for a special day? You got half of it right, because Ksenia's planning to sell the flowers off instead. Old and grey as I am, I have little interest in money. I'm only here to help out at the request of my juniors. Well, I suppose all the funds from the flower sale shall go to me then. I might not be interested in money, but it's never bad to have a bit of money in your hands for the holidays. Wowzers, my good senior, that expression of yours is adorable. Wish I had a camera on hand to capture this. Gah, how many times have I told you not to tease your seniors? Anyway, we're already helping out, so we might as well see it through. Let's help Yoohee tie up these loose ends. Yoohee? What do you plan to do with this little guy? I have no idea who owns it. I suppose it'll have to go to the security management department. Snowing. Looks like its operation logic's well and truly gone out the window. Do you want to see snow too like me? Yoohee bows down, lightly tapping at this little robot's head. It struggles defiantly, still bound in place. Is it upset? Why does it feel like this little guy's AI is actually pretty advanced? Let's hope the management department can get a read on its owner then. A moment, please. A middle-aged man runs towards the trio, waving his hand. And he's running with a cup full of piping hot drink. GG, sir.
Thank goodness, I finally found... Ah,
The man steps in the foam emitted by the robot, slipping underfoot and leaning backwards till he crashes into a pile of foam. Youch, that looks like it hurt. Come help if you have the time to babble. Nagan gestures at Ksenia and extends a hand to the man on the ground. Are you alright?
I'm fine.
The man begins to get to his feet with Nagant and Ksenia's help, but he stops as he leans on the ground with one hand and looks at the foam on his hand with glee.
This feeling, the low temperature was successfully maintained. Fantastic. This isn't too far off from real snow.
Snow? Isn't it just foam?
Not at all. This is no normal foam. I'm trying to emulate the texture of snow with some special materials, but I must first make sure that its temperature and melting sensation are approximate to actual snow. Its texture is indeed closer to foam in its current stage. But if the simulation is successful, I only need to add a cementing agent and adjust the formula, and it'll be complete in no time.
The man wipes at his face happily, observing the half-melted foam in his hand while sitting on the ground. Contemplating the man's face, Yoohee falters for a moment before furrowing her brow and observing carefully. Are you Professor Bowen?
Oh yes, you know me.
Ah, so it's you. I saw a picture of you in the magazine, in that interview about artificial snow. I came here to look for you.
Oh, a doll with an interest in snow?
Nagant extends her hand again and Bowen takes it, standing up.
Thank you.
There's more foam up ahead, be careful.
Oh, don't worry.
Waving a hand, Bowen proceeds to the robot's side, undoing its bindings and gently rubbing its head.
Allow me to introduce you. This is Lumi, the artificial snow dispersion robot I've been working on. Recently, the programming's gone a bit off, and it often runs about like this, creating trouble. Whether it's compensation for or apologies you want, I shall bear the responsibility. The programming error will be rectified as soon as possible.
Lumi. No wonder why it was going around about snowing and whatever. Jeez, I'm so slow. Professor Bowen, you really must agree to a request of mine. Yoohee bows deeply to Bowen.
You are?
Do you remember the name Yoohee? I sent an email to you a few days ago, looking for technical support with regards to artificial snow.
Email. Ah, I remember now. Sorry. The past few days have been busy. I haven't had time to reply yet.
It's alright. I came here to talk to you about the matter for similar reasons. About what I mentioned in the email.
Yeah, I'd like to help you, but as you can see, Lumi's current state... It's not the time to commit to the market yet.
I see. Yoohee's head droops despondently. Bowen frees Lumi from being entangled in the ropes once again. Glah!
But, do you mind telling me the details of what you need? Perhaps it could be managed without Lumi. I live nearby. Shall we chat there? I must thank you for stopping Lumi before it really caused trouble. Before it really caused a massive problem too.
Really? I'd love to. Thank you, Professor Bowen. Can I come listen, Professor Bowen? Bunk. Nagan gives Ksenia a good knock on the back of her head. Stop going around and making trouble for people.
Ah, it's no trouble at all. Sorry, but you two are.
My friends, they helped me get Lumi under control just then. But Nagan, Ksenia, weren't you two going to that competition? Ahem, well, we should help you get Lumi back first. If it starts acting up again on the way, we can help take care of it. You're not forgetting why we're here, are you? If we were delayed by something else in the course of going to the competition, we'd miss out on the cash and flowers. Think of that holiday special edition hat you wanted. Holiday special edition hat. Wait, weren't you talking about going together just a second ago? I'm just kidding. You're supposed to be the serious... Are you supposed to be the serious here after all?
You need flowers? I happen to have some flowers at my place. Planted in the front yard. If you need some, take whichever ones you like. As thanks for your help.
You mean we can have fresh flowers, not the plastic kind?
They're real.
Whoa, that'd be perfect. Say, Nagant, let's help the professor home first. Huh? Well, what's a little competition compared to the citizen safety? You tell me such things pretty often, you know. Okay, let's get moving already. Oh my goodness. Girl. Your priorities are showing. So all the dolls will technically be grannies. And now for Flower Lover. After less than 30 minutes on foot, the group arrives at Bowen's residence. A two-story house with a yard of average size. Nagant, Yoohee, you see? There's so many flowers in that yard. You weren't kidding.
Haha, of course. Take whichever ones you want when you leave later. I remember when I was little, real flowers were all over the place, but now that is no more. We must make do with the artificial ones. Whenever I think of the children that never got to see the plants in their natural forms, I can't help but feel it's a shame. It's such a shame.
Yeah. The texture of real petals can't be matched by plastic copies. We'll make good use of them. It's just that they don't stay in bloom for as long. Looks like my resale profits are gonna go down a bit. Bunk. Nagan knocks Ksenia's head again. Stop thinking of this stuff all the time. Decorative plants are expensive and difficult to find sales for nowadays, no? Why do you plant so many things, Professor?
Well, it's a long story. My wife used to be quite fond of flowers, and she tried to plant them many times with little success, but I managed to get it right. It's thanks to the temperature of the satellite city being so stable, though. It's only because the temperature barely changes season to season that these flowers can be in bloom at this time of the year. Come in. Let's not stand around.
The group entered the building behind Bowen.
So wherever you like. I'll go get some snacks and drinks.
No need. Before Yoohee could turn down the offer, Bowen proceeds to the kitchen, but not before putting on the record player next to him on the way. A gentle tune fills the room, and Yoohee cannot stop herself from lightly swaying her body to the rhythm. What a cozy song, let's see. Dance and Dreams, I think. A rearrangement of a classical piece. What was it called again? Wait, let me have a look. Yeah, that's the name. A rearrangement of the piano piece. Rêve d'amour. And it's quite popular as a holiday song these days. How do you know this stuff? It played in the shop I part-timed at. Yoohee reads about the piece on her terminal as Dagon and Ksenia chatter, taking in the living room's furnishings. Soon after, the rich aroma of butter and cinnamon comes drifting forth from the kitchen. Ooh, that's butter cookies and cinnamon biscuits.
Impressive, being able to tell from the smell alone.
I'm pretty familiar with what kinds of I'm pretty familiar with what different sweets smell like.
I got these in Passion. Have you heard of the place?
Passion. Yoohee flips through messages on her phone. That's the place Charcuterie Zombie was talking about.
It's pretty famous here in LUB-001. It's positioned on a shopping district, and there's often people queuing up outside. Don't be shy. Eat whatever you like. I brought plenty.
Oh, sorry.
What, is it not to your taste?
No, I just do work related to dancing. I need to watch my weight.
Dolls can get fat?
We can't, but other dancers all control their weights. I want to learn from them and train my mental fortitude this way.
I see. What a shame.
Bowen places a tray full of cookies on the table. Just as he lets go, Lumi runs over with an immense excitement. Cookie! Passion cookie!
Here you go. Don't go throwing it about.
Bowen caresses Lumi's shell, picking up a biscuit and placing it on Lumi's round head. Aw, Lumi likes cookies. That little guy has a gastral module?
Aw, no. I just like to sate Lumi's curiosity. It can't actually eat.
Feels like you two get along real well. You don't treat it like a robot at all. With the way you touch its head so often.
Haha, is that so? Lumi is something my late wife left behind. Its existence is special to me.
Ah, the lady who loved flowers, right? I'm sorry.
It's fine, no need.
Bowen smiles bitterly, taking a sip from his teacup.
Before doll technology became common, my wife was dedicated to the field of machine learning and led a research team for the integration of AI with robotics. But even after she passed from illness, the program never managed to break past its technological bottleneck. Because of the lack of progress on the technological level, the funds for the program were eventually cut, and things came to an end. Lumi was the first sample my wife created, and the only prototype.
Did you keep Lumi to continue developing it?
My field of research is not the same as my wife's. I've added many functions to Lumi that were my own research, but there's nothing I can do for the AI in it. My work can hardly be called development. To me, its growth is more like a little kid's. I teach you what I know, bit by bit. Lumi is very important to me.
A certain gentleness appears on Professor Bowen's face as he speaks of Lumi and his wife. Yoohee suddenly gets a feeling that she shouldn't interrupt his reminiscence. Regrettably, Ksenia takes no note of the conversational atmosphere over here, her attention captured by the flowers used in the indoors furnishing. Lumi's AI is pretty impressive, though. It was this good back then? Yeah, the security bots from security management aren't on the same level at all.
It's nothing compared to the dolls of today. But back then, Lumi had a high-performance AI for sure. Just think of it as a product of things now obsolete.
I see. Right, I nearly forgot when I was here, Professor, about the artificial snow.
Could you tell me why you need this artificial snow and what you plan to use it for?
Why? Mincing her words a little, Yoohee tucks her hands away behind her back, running her index fingers together. Me and the others in my dance squad have a performance that's very important to us coming up. I want to add some falling snow in the middle of the routine to give it a little oomph. Even since the proliferation of collapse radiation, people haven't had the chance to see new white snow. The fantasy of snow is a key element of our dance's very essence, so I wanted there to be snow at the climax of the routine, even for just a minute.
Looks like this is a request I can't say no to.
Eh? Yoohee looks at Bowen in surprise.
If it's in a small radius for a short time, and I can be there for tech support, I think Lumi should be able to manage it. I can use this chance to get another round of experimental data. I'm sure the data gathered in a practical scenario will be valuable.
Perfect. Thank you, Professor. Yoohee jumps with joy, a blush spreading across her cheeks.
Not so fast. My agreement alone is not enough. It might sound a little silly, but I would like to respect Lumi's wishes.
As a doll, I'm truly happy to meet someone who respects and loves machines like you do.
So long as you do not mind, Lumi, come here please. Lumi?
I saw it run upstairs with the cookie on its head. Should I help you fetch it?
It's alright, I'll go alone.
Bowen walks upstairs, but descends alone 5 minutes later.
Sorry, did you really see it go upstairs? I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Crap, did it run off again?
Let's not jump to conclusions, Professor. You take another look inside, and I'll help take a look around outside. Ksenia and I will help. Ksenia and I will help as well. The flowers you gave us are precious, and we can't take them for free. Wait, I gotta go too? What, are you not coming? Well, my seniors already agreed, so I must follow in her tracks.
Sorry to bother you with this again.
Oh, I was just joking earlier. Please don't pay any mind, Professor. If we want to make any discoveries, we'll contact you immediately. Oh no, where is Lumi? Escape ruckus. After leaving Professor Bowen's home, the group returns to the street side. Sorry, excuse me. There's so many people here. Just why is this place so packed? This is the commercial district after all. The place ahead is where you sign up for the competition too. The sign-up area is decked out with special decorations. Whether you plan to participate or not, you should go take a look. I first ran to Lumi in a populated area too. Could it have... If it really starts running amok, things could get bad. Lumi asked for cinnamon biscuit from the professor earlier. Is there a chance it could have made its way to the dessert shop? The shop happens to be on the street too. How about we split up and check both locations? I'll go to the dessert shop. I promised our Cree Sunbae that I'll take some photos of the shop for her, so it works out for me. I'll be able to scope out the place in a way. I should go with my good senior here to the dessert place. There's too many people around the sign-up area. It'll reduce the efficiency of the search. Ksenia taps at the top of her own head, hinting Yoohee that Nagant's short stature would make her disappear in a crowd. Ksenia, you're having a dig at me again, aren't you? No way. I'd be more than willing to walk a few extra steps to the dessert shop for the sake of my senior. I suppose I'll believe you. We'll be off, Yoohee. Let's meet back here in 20 minutes. Yeah, see you then. Yoohee temporarily separates from the two, traversing a cramped street and moving toward the sign-up area. The sign-ups are situated on a plaza in front of a building akin to a shopping mall. Alongside the sign-up kiosk is a series of stalls that add to the holiday atmosphere, decorated with flowers and souvenirs in a pleasant manner. Finally here. Felt like I was going to be squished flat. Could Lumi be here? Big brother, there's a little doll dancing in the music box. Do you know what these are called? What names could a toy have? Let's go home. Yoohee looks towards the music box the girl gestured at, a piece of holiday merchandise on display at one of the stalls. Inside the glass shell is a miniature stage with 2 gift boxes. Upon being opened, a stout teddy bear and a cute doll of a girl take the stage, beginning to turn. A doll that dances with a teddy bear. The stage inside is pretty intricate for how small the music box is. Yoohee stares for a moment at the spinning music box, getting lost in it. Dance. Yeah, they're dancing. Lumi. At the sound of a familiar voice, Yoohee spins on a dime, only to find Lumi only a few spaces away from her, with a few people between them. Dance! Dance! Snowing! Snowing! Excuse me, sorry. I really need to get through. Don't run, Lumi! Snow, 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 snow! Try as Yoohee might to get through the crowd of people, Lumi still slips through her fingertips while pirouetting. Just like the little teddy bear inside that music box, but spewing out white foam all the while. Ooh, a Flare McFlurry. I could go for an M&M one. Whoa, what is all this wet stuff? Whose robot is this? Don't just let it run around. Stop spewing this stuff already. Snowing! Big snow! Lumi ejects a massive quantity of foam as the people packed into the space begin to jostle and shove. What is that? Don't get on me! The hell's that white stuff? Stay away! Sorry, I'm sorry, that's my please, excuse me, thank you. Ooh, Oreo's good too. Executing a perfect series of maneuvers, Yoohee manages to pin Lumi to the ground without injuring anyone nearby. Before the security robots could notice and arrest Lumi, Yoohee manages to make her way out of the crowd, still covered in foam. For the sake of keeping their clothes clean, the passerby manages to clear a path. Keep it proper on your robots, for the love of... I'm really sorry. Criminal, criminal, snowing, snowing! No snowing! Just hold on for a second, Lumi. Right, I should contact Nagant and Ksenia. Yoohee immediately produces her terminal, calling Nagant. Nagant, Ksenia, I found Lumi. This quickly? We're not even at the dessert shop. I sent you my location. Come quickly, I'm afraid it'll... Snow, snow! Run, run! Whoa. What happened? Are you alright, Yoohee? It ran away again. I loosened my grip for just a moment. How's it so good at running? Does it have some marathon runner's data ingrained into its AI? Feels like things are getting more complicated. Well, this is just one part of looking for Lumi. Think of your flowers and stop it complaining already. Come, let's go to where Yoohee is. The trio chased Lumi across the entire districts, but failed to catch the nimble little robot, only managing to tire themselves out in the process. Damn it, it's too good at running. Where'd it go? Nagant, did you see it go toward... Big sis. Eh? Yoohee immediately pivots at the sound. Before she can react, Lumi spews out a steam of foam. Her vision module's feed is immediately filled with white, obscuring her vision completely. Hey, I can't see! Stupid stubby, stop running! Ksenia, it's going in your direction, stop it! Man, I'm beat, it's just too fast. Ksenia blocks Lumi's path of escape. The latter quickly adjusts, squirming underneath a nearby stall's table. It runs into the table's legs, shaking and disturbing the wares for sales on it. Nagant makes it over in time, stabilizing the structure. Oi, you got eyes or not? Watch it! Sorry, boss. Ksenia, go quickly. We can't lose it again. There's enough people over there to make up a wall. Stay, you got any gadgets in your pocket that can make me fly? Do you have one of those hats with a propeller on them that can make people fly in your collection? That kind of thing doesn't exist. I wouldn't have it on me even if it did. Hand on her hat, Nagant manages to get out of the massive crowd with some effort. Just as she moves to continue the pursuit, she finds herself on the pedestrian crossing in the middle of the road. Nagant, look out! The lights are red! Huh? Oh no, time to get isekai'd. A car blasts by, almost blowing Nagant's hat off her head with the wind in its wake. You got a death wish! Sorry. Nagant apologizes, moving back to the side of the crossing. Yoohee and Ksenia make their way over. This is bad. The little guy's nowhere to be found. Nagant, did you see where Lumi ran? I didn't see, I'm sorry. The foam trail's gone too. This is bad. The city's so big, it's going to be impossible to pin down. Well, I'm sure there's another way. Let me think. Hey, isn't that a camera over there? How about we hack into the city's CCTV and see if it's caught Lumi? Oh, this is the CCTV talk. What are you thinking? That's illegal. Well, our circumstances are unique. So long as we're careful and don't get caught, it'll be fine. No, it won't. How can a law enforcement officer like you know the laws and still break them? But we're not doing anything bad with the CCTV. As long as we don't get caught, no one will know we ever access those systems. If no one knows, can we really ever have been there at all? No means no. No more of your delusions. But if we just let Lumi roam the streets, it might cause even more trouble. Isn't just letting it be a dereliction of duty? Well, it's not like I mind. Easy to do nothing. Nagant furrows her brow. Think of the action movies. In order to defeat evil, the protagonist must step into the shadows, pitch black as they may be, right? I suppose that's how it goes, but... Well, while a certain someone has been fence-sitting, Yuhi's already on the move. Yoohee nods, already working on the hacking program. I filtered a series of suitable injection nodes. I'm willing to try anything that can help us find Lumi. If the security system catches us, then I'll just hack the security system too. Why is she so scary all of a sudden? I think she's filled with the desire to fight from my good senior. Well, since we're here already, we might as well help. Supervisor. We can't be using the CCTV for anything other than fighting Lumi. Alright, come on, Grandma. Let's get a move on. Inside level 2. I have access to the CCTV systems. Good work. Ksenia, you help look for Lumi. I'll keep an eye on the security. We need to be careful. Even more work. Please do remember to pay me for overtime. As if I can afford to. Keep all the money from reselling the flowers if you really insist. No, I was just kidding. Yet, more of this goody two-shoes attitude. Unbelievable. What are you supposed to do about this? Everyone, I found something. You found Lumi? No, just some videos of Lumi from a few days ago by the looks of it. Can I have a look? Of course. Ksenia begins to individually inspect the files sent over by Yoohee. Look here. That's Lumi hanging around the sign-up area in the commercial district, right? It's just doing donuts there. It showed up there several times too. What a strange system error to have. Nothing's out of the question when it's an error, I suppose. It's going to bother those pedestrians again. Look at the foam in those lawns over there too. That ought to be Lumi's work. The professor's probably spent a pretty penny paying off fines for its sake. Old dad that really loves his kid, huh? But why does it move in a pattern like this? Yoohee goes through the possibilities with a hand on her chin. Before she can come to any conclusion, the Gaunt's warning arrives. Security's onto us. Yeah, it's no good without some proper espionage tools. Espionage? That's the first thing you think of? You really... Please, is it really time to break me for this? Think of something quickly or we're going to be busted. Security program's about to find us. Yoohee, have you found Lumi? 2 more files left to check. I'll be done in just a moment. There, Lumi's last location. An abandoned building in Zone E3. Alright, let's get out of here, quickly. The moment before the security program raises the alarm, the 3 cut off their connection, making a clean getaway. Nice. Phew, just in time. And now for the Snow Child's Wish. Huff. Fending off annoying security programs and climbing abandoned buildings at this advanced age of mine. My goodness. Did you say it was good to get limber once in a while? Yeah, an appropriate amount, but not to this extent. Yoohee, are you sure Lumi is here? Yeah, its last appearance was entering this place, with no records of it leaving. I think the chances that it's still here are good. The building's construction seems to have been cut off right after its roof was erected. Unfurnished windows adorn the mottled concrete walls like black holes, and the structure's reinforcing iron framework is visible in countless places. I see some traces of the foam. This should be the place. Who knows where Lumi's hiding? This building has more than a dozen floors. We'll just have to go floor by floor. These stairs are the only serviceable ones here. If Lumi hasn't left the building, we'll be able to find it. Does the professor know about this? I sent him the coordinates just a moment ago. He said he'll be here soon. Let's move up a floor. There's nothing here. Wait, over there, the stairs. Is that Lumi? Snowing! Lumi leaves at the entry to the stairway, running upwards after Nagant looks over. Stop right there! Nagant gives chase, Lumi runs away, spewing foam upon the stairs as it moves. Damn Stubby! I'm gonna catch you! Look out! Underneath you! Huh? Underneath? Why am I off the ground? Whoa! Slipping on the bubbles, Nagant tumbles down the stairway. Yoohee immediately approaches, helping Nagant up. Thanks. Are you alright, Nagant? I'm not young like you lot are, but it's just a flight of stairs. I don't break that easily. Nagant touches her own head, lightly giving her hat a pat, after making sure it's still on her head and exhaling a sigh of relief. Geez, be careful. I really must be old. Can't even avoid a trap set by a little kid. If we go by when the systems were created, Lumi might actually be older than you. I mean mental age. Mental age. I can't help but worry a little. Nagant, are you really okay? My frame's fine, look. All my limbs are perfectly good. Nagant stands up, flexing her body and hopping on the spot. So long as she still has her hat, she'll be alright. Come on, let's go catch the nasty little kid that doesn't appreciate her elders. I mean, doesn't respect her elders. The trio carefully moves upstairs, following Lumi to the abandoned building's roof. Snowing! Snowing! Lumi walks in circles across the empty space, quickly running toward the edge at the sight of Yoohee. Lumi, no more of this nonsense. The professor's been worried, looking for you all over. Come back home with us. Snowing! Snowing! Lumi ignores Yoohee, edging ever closer to the edge as it spins. Without any safety railings in place at the top of this abandoned building, Lumi is only a few steps away from falling off the edge. Come back, it's dangerous. We're on the 12th floor. What do we do? Okay, we need to draft up a rescue plan to ensure Lumi's safety. A rescue plan? I don't think we need to railroad ourselves like that. It's easy enough to get it to come over here. What's the head of yours come up with? Well, Lumi's a little kid. At the end of the day, all we need is something it's interested to lure it over. Then what is Lumi interested in? Candy? Toys? I think that's about it for what kids are attracted by. What kids are attracted by. When thinking about it, me as a kid, what did I like? Coffee beans, chocolate-covered coffee beans, and tea, boba, coffee drinks in general. Same things as now, honestly. It's okay. Hey, Lumi, would you like some coffee? Want some beans? They're yummy beans. You know you want to nom on these coffee beans. Those things are a little bit too mundane, aren't they? Lumi isn't a real little kid after all. For robots, new batteries, machines, maintenance, memberships? Those are just your favorites. What do you think Lumi likes then? Nagan thinks for a moment, seemingly coming to a conclusion. She confidently takes the frontmost position, putting her hands on her hips. Come back, Lumi. If you listen like a good kid, I'll go buy you a nice hat for you. I would do that. I would come over. I want the nice hat. Lumi cares not for Nagan's pleas. The air almost freezes solid, and silence dominates for a moment. Lumi's not you. Why would it be interested in hats? Then I'll go with this. Nagan makes a weird face at Lumi. Nagan only manages to scare Lumi, who moves yet closer to the edge. That's no good. Let me handle this. Ksenia rummages through her pocket, pulling out a piece of candy in the shape of a diamond on a ring. Ooh, a ring pop. She waves it around in front of Lumi. Shiny, shiny! Lumi takes a few steps away from the edge, interested. There we go. See, of course little kids like shiny things. That's certainly one way to put it. Kids aren't dangerous. I mean, kids aren't dragons sleeping on piles of gold. Speak for yourself, Nagant. Close enough. Oh no, it stopped again. Ksenia shakes the ring again, but Lumi is unswayed, returning to the roof's edge. Huh? It doesn't work anymore? Hehe. Of course you do experience dealing with children, young as you are. Watch me. Yaha! Nagan begins a series of strange movements, crossing her arms in front of her chest. The hero of justice. Super Galaxy Man! Lumi stares at Nagant, tilting its head. Hey, what are you doing? I'm doing Galaxy Man's routine. Don't kids like those kind of shows? Henshin! You're the only one here who's a fan of that old pre-war stuff here. See, Lumi isn't interested at all. It's okay, I've got one more trick up my sleeve. Here. The Earth Defense Squad's badge. I'd be interested. The guy produces a pin of the shape of a star, raising it up to her head. The paint's falling off that thing. Where the hell did you get it? Hey, hello, hello. I did the fighting stages and now I'm on the cutscene stages. The thrift store. Is that so? Never mind where I got it from. No little kid can resist superhero merch. Come on, Lumi. Get over here. This awesome badge is waiting for you. Star. Lumi moves a few steps towards the three, but it quickly loses interest, returning to its previous position. Another failure. It can't be. What kind of kid doesn't like superhero stuff? There's no real saying that it has to be the case, right? We'll need to use more direct methods, then. Let's just grab Lumi. Nagan lowers into a running stance. Just before she sets off, Yoohee's terminal begins to ring. Music! Present! Lumi approaches again, far more interested than before. Hold on, Lumi's coming over again. Oh, is it because of Yoohee's ringtone? That's the track the professor was playing on the vinyl player back at his house, right? Yeah, that's mine. I thought it was a nice tune, so I said it's my ringtone. A call from Shakri-sanbe. Don't answer just yet. Look at Lumi. Lumi stops in his steps. As he hears the music, it quiets down, gradually beginning to spin on the spot. Aww. Thank goodness. I like that. For the past events tab. What's it doing? I can't be sure, but I feel like it's almost dancing. That can't be right. I don't have any neural records of the type of dance that's just spinning around. But look, it's spinning exactly to the beat. If that's the case, I'm sorry, Shakri-sanbe. To keep the music playing, Yoohee declines a call, picking up where the ringtone left off in her terminal. The gentle tune draws Lumi in even further, like a child in a lovely dream. Yoohee slowly moves backwards with the terminal in hand. Lumi follows as it spins, leaving the roof's edge. Now! As Lumi is distracted by the music, Nagan and Ksenia flank in on both sides, producing a rope from her bag. Nagan quickly hog-ties Lumi. Phew, thank goodness I brought this rope just in case. This will only work for a little bit, right? A kid's tantrum after waking up amplifies their normal temper, you know. Just tying it won't do. We need to make sure that Lumi won't go out of control again. And the only thing we can do is get the control permissions to Lumi right now. My goodness, am I really on holiday here? 10 times the normal overtime rate would not cover the effort I put in today. Yoohee and Ksenia rush to Nagan's side. Despite her very vocal complaints, Ksenia quickly joins the others in level 2, accessing Lumi's systems. Shattered pieces of data drift through level 2. Yoohee extends a hand to touch one such a piece, but to no avail. The data fragment passes through Yoohee, meandering into the distance. The ground beneath them, made of coagulated data, begins to fade and ebb. Ooh! Increase the stats. You yourself can choose specifically. Definitely worth it. 3,000 attack to 3,500 attack. Oh my goodness, as a base. All fluttery and fluffy, like snow. Is this Lumi's world? Level 2s aren't usually like this at all. I'd say it comes down to Lumi's model system and ports being so old, they're causing incompatibility with dolls. Our environment here is becoming unstable too. Yeah, we better find Lumi's logic hub and grab the control permissions. Staying here for extended period might be dangerous. Yoohee's right, my senses are tingling. Everyone, over there. On the right, are those weird sheep things approaching us? The group looks in the direction the gun indicates. Beyond a shining stream of electricity, information fragments congregate, forming dangerous shapes. Where'd they come from? There's so many. Judging by the shape, they might be viruses. Only viruses can produce such massive blobs of air data. They're not viruses. Look over there. Nagan looks over to see data fragments assembling to become new enemies. These enemies are all converted from normal data, and we happen to be in a cache area in Lumi systems. I get it. It's data overflow. Yes, the fragments are all legitimate data in and of themselves, but because of their sheer size and the data destruction algorithms, they're taking up a lot of the cache. Judging by the current circumstances, these chunks of data are reforming into Lumi's operational space. Odds are those pieces of data are the reason Lumi's going out of control. Ah, we just gotta clear a cache. Ksenia draws her weapon with a flourish, firing 2 shots towards the enemies formed in the streams of data. The shattered fragments spray in countless directions. Hearing her explanation, the god slaps her own forehead. Ah yeah, that's it. I mean, of course, the young should be knowledgeable about these things. Good, good. Behind you. God. Don't just touch my hat willy-nilly. Nagan destroys the enemy with a single punch. I love that, a punch. The data fragments fly in all directions, scattered in an instant. Nice swing there. I'm not a veteran in name only. Back, Nagant. They're reassembling themselves. What? Nagant takes a brisk few steps backwards. The data fragments reconvene, forming a cube. The two face off for a dozen seconds, but the cube does not express any desire to attack. Is it not an enemy? This cube's kind of familiar, is it? It's a gift box, right? It's shaped like one. The bow tie on the top is mimicking a packaging ribbon, right? It was attacking us just a second ago. Why is it forming a gift box now? Is Lumi trying to tell us something? Who knows? With so much erroneous data here, it's impossible to predict how Lumi will act. There might be something inside the box. Let me have a look. Wait, Yoohee. Don't touch it just yet. Yoohee reaches for the box. The moment she makes contact, a gap appears on the top of the box. A holographic projection soon appears. Ooh, fancy. White first snows. It depicts a lively woman pushing a door wide open. She runs towards her husband, who walks in her direction, hugging him tightly. I did it, Bowen. A prototype. I got a prototype. Renee turns around to shake the camera holder's hand, waving at her husband. A stubby robotic foot can be seen. The seams of its metallic plates joined with new shiny bolts. Come, say hello, Lumi. The camera angle begins to shift and move, accompanied by the sound of mechanical motors as the surroundings come into view. Weak. I can only make a few simple sounds right now, but it'll be the future of AI. Professor Bowen, you'll have to redouble your efforts on your research project. The somewhat blurry video takes in the environment and the happily smiling couple. Owner info updated. Renee Candela, Bowen Candela. The video cuts off, the gift box splits into pieces, scattering into the wind and mixing into the surrounding streams of data. Was the man Professor Bowen? And the woman ought to be his wife? Her name's Renee? Most likely, but these video files should be written in a storage drive. It's all mixed up in the cache, so it follows that Lumi's data processing has gone wrong somewhere. If we can solve the data overflow problem, Lumi might be able to go back to normal. Yeah, but I'm a little curious why these data fragments turned into a gift box. Look, there's more ahead. The fragments are coalescing again. Huh? Another box? Yoohee approaches the newly formed gift box. This is the second time now. I can't help but feel there's some kind of meaning to this. Hard to guess what a silly kid is thinking. Might as well see what's inside it this time. Yoohee touches the box's surface. A projection appears, just like before. The image this time is much clearer. The room's lights are off. Moonlight spills in from the outside, exceptionally bright in the darkness. Renee sits in a rocking chair by the window, with Bowen at her side. The unknown amount of time had passed left its mark on them. Be it shallow or deep, Renee appears a little more sickly than before.
Sorry, work tied me up a little. Sorry for being late. I brought some flowers. I had some work over to my assistant. From tomorrow on, I should have a lot more free time.
Renee accepts the bouquet with a smile, the white flowers inside akin to patches of pure white snow. I know you've been busy, it's alright. Has the project been progressing as normal?
Naturally, artificial snow has been established, and is now seeking investment.
Then the project's full realization. It might still need some time, but there's hope now. I really do miss it. The snow we had when we were little. Do you think we'll be able to see it again?
Of course. We'll have pure white snow falling from the sky again. You, me, Lumi. And everyone else will be able to have this blessing in the sky. It'll be my gift to you.
At the sound of its own name, the holder of the camera wobbles a little. Snowing, snowing! Mechanically repeating the word, it approaches the couple a little. Bowen, Lumi and the snow were both my wishes, but it looks like I'll have to leave it to you to fulfill them. Bowen crouches, taking his wife's hand and gently kissing it.
There was a time my research went unnoticed by everyone, except you. Only you would discuss it with me deep into the night. From the moment I asked for your hand, your wishes have been mine as well. I only wish that this program could move a little faster, just a little bit.
The camera turns towards the window. The moon had already sequestered itself behind the clouds, and even the stars are difficult to perceive. The voices grow muffled. The images flash a few more times before the projection cuts off again. So the snow and Lumi are both Renee's wishes. He hasn't stopped in all those years, even after Renee's passing. No wonder Lumi's so important to him. You do realize that was filmed a long time ago, right? Yeah, the professor looks way younger than he is now. I've got a good guess. When Lumi was built, the technology wasn't as developed. In order to allow it to learn by itself, Renee has set it to intake information as frequently as possible. Unfortunately, the filtering and selection of the intake seems to be flawed. So it cannot judge for itself which information should be retained and which should be deleted? Yes, and the professor's field of study is different. Chances are he doesn't dare to modify Lumi's programming without a very good reason. So you never have figured out that the problems are caused by this internal conflict. That would make sense. The professor has been loading Lumi with more and more information these years too. If its ability to organize and tidy up data is far lesser than its intake, the system's operational capacity is bound to be taken up. It follows that Lumi keeps having failures, even after repairs each time. I'm happy Thorns has an altar, but now I have fear for the gacha gods. But it's okay, it's a new month, new gacha luck, right? Ha 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 ha. I need to summon him. Like, even if he's not limited, I still want to summon him now. I'm still confused about one thing, though. Just now, these projections have appeared via the form of gift boxes. One to be written off as a coincidence. But there are countless forms that gathering data logically takes. The odds are just too low. There must be some deeper logic. Could it be that there's a gift Lumi wants? So if we give the correct gift to Lumi, like you're appeasing a child, the problem might go away. Thorn's arm kind of reminds me of the Dorothy event, if you know what I mean. Do you really need to go down that rabbit hole, my good senior? But yeah, seeing his arm like, oh, it's like the Dorothy event, it's those thingies. But he's using it for awesome reasons. I assume. It looks cool at least. The data overflow here is pretty severe. The entirety of level 2 is messed up, and we can't predict its actions using normal logic. Yeah, our priorities are still to continue toward the control center and acquire the control permissions. Then the professor can run some checks, and maybe we'll have the answers. The control center's right up ahead. It's just way too quiet here. I haven't heard a peep of anything. Hello, hello. And the defense systems are quiet too. Those data overflow enemies from before haven't appeared again either. There might be an ambush. Oh, don't just say those things. If there really was... Nagant, Ksenia, over to the right. Ksenia is interrupted by Yoohee. A hulking beast comes into the purview of her vision modules. The great machine spins in place. Ksenia's attention is pulled into the giant gift box floating above its head. A crowd of smaller defense bots gather around the massive beast. I knew it would turn out like this. It's so tall! Judging by this vision module feedback, it should be about 5 meters tall. I can't help but feel it looks familiar. The way it turns about too. Could this thing be Lumi? There's some similarities, but only a few. Maybe the corrupted data is influencing things. Why would Lumi appear in its own level 2 though? This should be the form the system firewall takes. The gift box then should be the system core. Lumi protecting the gift is in reality the firewall protecting the system core. What is it with the gift boxes? Yeah, Yuki's probably right about this one. See, youngin', better just slow down a little sometimes. His arm is why you believe that his after his whole arm became part seaborn. Reno Thorns, he's an alchemist of some sort, so I guess he experimented on his arm a lot to look like that. After the Kirula Arbor. Yeah, that would make sense if he experimented his arm a bunch. Though hey, it looks like it was successful. He himself is not turning into a full-on, you know, seaborn. Instead, he gets a cursed arm. A cool-looking cursed arm, in fact. Yes, I understand. If the gift boxes are some kind of hint from Lumi, then what's it really trying to get across? Everything it does is completely devoid of logic. There's nothing to be deduced here. We can ponder that after the controls are ours. We should think about how to get past this firewall first. Gift. Before the trio closes the distance, the massive Lumi suddenly stops spinning. Countless data fragments emerge, flying towards it. Lumi's body becomes even larger, affected by the fragments. Damn it, her presence here must be making the system errors more severe. We cannot discontinue, or Lumi's original base code will be influenced as well. Senior, Yoohee, let's go. Yeah, we'll deal with the defense bots first, and then focus on Lumi. Nagat nods, and then the three approach the defense system together. It's okay, Lumi, we're taking care of you. Dance of prayer time. Dance battle. Renee looks even weaker than before. The veins upon her shriveled arms pop outwards, with a jarring intravenous line connected to it. Renee struggles to keep her eyes open, her exhalations forming a thin layer of mist on the mask she wears. Aw, poor Renee. A television in front of her plays a data recording. In the recording, a girl places her hand on a young gentleman's waist, and the two proceed towards the dance floor. Lumi. The camera moves closer to Renee at the sound. A shriveled hand slowly reaches over. I'm sorry. The project will have to continue without me. And Bowen Snow. The recording draws Renee's attention. She fails to continue her sentence. In the television, she moves to the music with Bowen, still young and lively. A flower in full bloom rests upon her breast. To the tune of Dance in Dreams, the swaying hems of Renee's dress forms lilting green waves in the air. That year, the man who only knew research, at the winter ball, he asked me for his first dance with a red face. Lumi, if it were possible, I really would like to have one more dance with him. To watch the first snow fall, to see the white all around. Even for just a few seconds. Not long ago, the defense machines destroyed by Yoohee and the others had formed a new gift box. Its contents revealed themselves to them upon a touch. Aww. The video recording ends. The gift box turns to fragments, flying towards the giant Lumi. Yoohee redirects all of her computational power, going over the information she collected. Gifts, snow, dancing. I got it. I understand. I understand it all now. Yoohee's voice attracts Nagan's attention. Yoohee, have you found anything yet? Yeah, we're putting too much thought into it. The gift box doesn't mean that it wants a present. All of this data might not even be uncleared clutter, but something that Lumi treasures as a gift. To it, every day it's spent with the professor and his wife were present. So it just kept taking in more and more information until its systems failed? That's not all it is. All of Lumi's operational logic is in his recordings. It isn't spinning around for no reason, nor is it a prank. Lumi! Don't just stand there and talk. Look at it. Snow-ing, snow-ing. Lumi raises its arms stiffly, spewing out a slurry of data fragments. It falls upon the three like descending snow, beginning to bury them. It can snow on level 2? Is there a way to... need to make it stop? Whoa. Vertically disadvantaged. Vertically disadvantaged. Oh, I feel the feels. Nagant is soon buried by the avalanche-like data. Only her arms remain visible, grasping at the air. Hey, my good senior. See the height of your flaws now? Blah! Ksenia grabs Nagant's hand, pulling her up with some effort. To be treated like a carrot by my junior at this age. Lawbreaker, lawbreaker, snowing, snowing. The overflowing is getting worse. We need to make it stop. What can we... I know, music. Dance and dreams. Ksenia, help me pull it up, please. Okie dokie, make sure you pay the fee. Hurry up. Soon after, level 2 is filled with beautiful music. As the track begins to play, Lumi's data swinging pace slows down. Snow, ing, dance, gift. Ooh, it's working. Lumi seems to remember this. What's next? A more direct approach? Ksenia twirls the weapon in her hand, but Yoohee shakes her head. No, that might stimulate Lumi's already unstable systems more and more, and cause a total breakdown. We need to release its control permissions by itself. Get to do that of its own volition. What do we do? I want to give Lumi a present. Please help me. Yoohee picks out a passage from her neural records. The scene where Professor Bowen mentioned Lumi in his home, while the scent of butter cookies drifted through the air.
Lumi is something that my late wife left behind. Its existence is special to me. To me, its growth is more like a little kid's. I teach it what I know, bit by bit. Lumi is very important to me.
Will that bit work? I don't know, but we'll have to try. Please help me out. With Nagant and Ksenia's assistance, the neural records are packed as data fragment. Shining with electric light, the fragment is placed in a virtual gift box and delivered to the massive Lumi. Please, Miss Lumi, accept this gift of ours. Oh heck yeah, I'm happy that Thorns has his own event. He deserves it. Yay for Thorns. Like, woohoo for my fave boy in Arknights. Getting to see him more is gonna be nice. I'm sure it can feel the professor and his wife's unspoken wishes, the thing it's most familiar with. As the music ends, the giant Lumi completely settles down. The data within the tiny box enters a massive gift box above Lumi. Not long after, the gift box it protected so desperately cracks, with countless data fragments bleeding outwards. The larger fragments crackle again, turning into drifting snow, proliferating through the unkept level 2. Is something wrong with my vision module? Is there projection of those fragments in the air? Oh, I gotta see how that other Thorns works. I kinda wanna put him in my squad, but I gotta think who I wanna take out. My gosh darn it. Your vision modules aren't that old yet. Those are the records of Lumi's life with the professor and his wife up there. Don't take the opportunity to mock me. Nagant puts a hand on Ksenia's shoulder, but her attention is soon pulled away by a blurry image upon a fragment. On a bright and pleasant afternoon, Professor Bowen takes his wife's hand, strolling along a small garden path. In the living room's gentle light, Renee and Professor Bowen together inspect Lumi's frame. Bathed in moonlight, Renee turns about to call to two figures, one large and one small. Looks like Lumi really was fond of those two. The fragments are gone. This place looks like it's going back to normal too. Lumi's accepted it. It's releasing its control rights. Yep. I've already got the permissions. Currently removing the Fireball's quarantine program. We're about 15 seconds out from having the permissions in full. Lumi won't be moving about randomly after this. Good work. Let's head out and have a closer look at Lumi. After the quarantine program's deactivation, Nagant and Ksenia take their leave. Yoohee takes one more look at the images upon the data fragments before cutting off her connection too. This event is so bittersweet. Oh, Lumi. It's finally over. Lumi won't go rogue again, right? I don't think my old bones can handle being put through that ringer like that again. Most likely not. I restarted Lumi after getting the permissions, and the overflowing data in its cache should have been cleared out for now. There won't be any abnormalities in the short term, but if the algorithms aren't improved, as time goes on, there might be an overflow again, though that'll be none of our business. God, we really had put in way too much effort into those flowers the professor promised us. What a terrible deal. No, we're not done yet. Yoohee walks towards the still bound Lumi, gently undoing the ropes. It might go off again. It's better to leave it tied up, no? It should be fine, right? Yoohee pats Lumi's round head. Free of restraints, Lumi begins to slowly spin again. Why is it doing that again? It's alright. Lumi just wants to tell the professor about the wishes Renee left with it. At a time of year where there should be snow. That's the holiday present it wanted to give the professor and the late Renee. So that's what it was. Why does it keep running away though? Because it saw a doll dancing inside a music box. Huh? You two, look at this first. Yoohee sends the video contents of the last gift box to Nagan and Ksenia. Lumi isn't loaded with any knowledge relevant to dancing, so as far as it knows, the little doll's dancing might very well be the same thing as a professor dancing with his wife in that recording. Perhaps because it caused a similar scene, Lumi assessed those records sitting inside its systems and wants to tell Professor about his wife's final wishes, but also wants to give the bits and pieces collected over to the years to the professor, who has been missing his wife as a gift. But it cannot accurately express itself because of its system errors, and this often falls into confusion, inadvertently causing trouble. So it's been spinning around like that because it's imitating the doll it saw? That's how I wanted to tell the professor? Ksenia gestures at Lumi, still spinning in circles. Maybe, yeah. That's what the dance means. To speak for those who cannot. To help those who cannot hear feel. To entrust stories to those who are watching. Is this AI really that advanced? God, you don't just concern yourself with those things at a time like this, you stupid brat! Yoohee stares at Lumi for a moment, suddenly raising her head, and balling into her hands into fists. I'm going to help it. With what? You're going to help it dance with the professor? I don't imagine it'll be easy. It'll be hard for anyone to glean anything at all from the spinning. And there's no way you'll be able to sync your dancing stuff with it. Its ports are outdated, and we just messed with its systems real good. It's impressive that it's not having a breakdown. What do we do then? How about you just show the professor the footage you got, Yoohee? That won't do. Yoohee shakes her head vigorously. Lumi must express its wishes to Professor on its own. Let me think. Since there's no robotic shortcuts we can take, let's use a more human approach. Yoohee temporarily stops Lumi in his tracks. Gah! Hold on, I'll help you. Do as I do, remember this well. Recalling the dance moves she saw in the projection, Yoohee begins to play that music again. Oh no, time to make sashimi out of Thorn's arm. Or just bites his hand. She begins with a starting pose, progressing into an elegant dance routine. Her dainty figure's flowing contours make up a similar sight to Lumi, whose full attention is now drawn to Yoohee. Gradually, Lumi begins to move as well. It fully concentrates on imitating Yuhi's movements, clumsily extending its arms. Even with the steps simplified, Lumi moves nothing like Yoohee. I can at least tell it's supposed to be dancing. That's a pretty good start for Lumi.
Found you.
Bowen's voice comes from behind the three. He comes to a stop, doubled over with hands on his knees, catching his breath. At his age, climbing up these stairs probably took considerable effort. Rather than exhaustion, though, his countenance was full of surprise and sentiment. Without a single word spoken, the music and dance take him back to the ball that year. Lumi clumsily turns about, occasionally spewing out bits of foam as if having errors. Some of it falls upon Bowen's glasses. He takes them off. Blurry as the surroundings might be to him, he sees clearly the figure of his late wife, clad in formal dress with an arm wrapped around Lumi. She extends a hand towards him. The couple's romanticism of their youth had been long had been long buried, but never melted away like the falling snow. Dancing, snowing! Lumi runs over at the sight of Bowen. It lightly bumps into his leg, pulling him out of his tripped up memory lane.
All this while, I never understood.
Bowen leans down, grasping Lumi's front limbs, dancing to a familiar tune. Lumi spins rhythmically, activating its snow dispersion apparatus, spreading frosty snow through the abandoned building. And now for the best gift. Why is this event so bittersweet? I was expecting cuteness. I mean, it's still cute, but The Satellite City in PRY-01's Convention Center open-air amphitheater on a clear evening. The sky grows darker and starker, but the city's convention center only becomes more lively. Proceeding backstage with VIP passes, Nagan and Ksenia find Yoohee in the middle of placing the finishing touches on the performance with Lumi and Professor Bowen. Yoohee, we're here. The professor's here too. Are the preparations for the upcoming performance complete?
I'm finished with adjusting the equipment.
Yep, everything's in place. I'm feeling good today. I won't disappoint everyone. Alright, happy holidays everyone! Yoohee produces a basket as she speaks, scattering the multicolored petals inside through the air. Whoa, don't just scare people like that. That's something we're going to bring out on stage. You guys get a sneak peek. Happy holidays. Thank you for inviting us to the show. I hear the tickets were rather difficult to get. The gimmick of artificial snow pulled in a lot of the audience. I hear that the idea came from that senior of yours. If the chance ever arises, please do introduce us to that business genius. Do you mean Charcuterie Sunbae? She was originally going to come as well, but some stuff came up at the cafe she works at. But check this out. Yoohee spins around happily. Charcuterie Sunbae gave me this bow tie in the back of my dress. Whoa, looks amazing. Does every doll who knows how to dance or sing also do handicrafts? Not only is she good at crafts, she's also a makeup whiz. When I met you guys, before I did rather, I was talking to her on the phone. Lumi caused some trouble, so I hung up. I thought she would be angry, but after I told her about the circumstances, she complimented me instead. So she's a competent senior too. I really must speak to her if the circumstances allow. Right, Professor? How's Lumi been? Any further incidents?
After Yula described the cause, I ran some more checks on the central systems and spoke to a friend on the field. There shouldn't be any further issues.
Gurgling. After things are stable, could Lumi's original be put into production next?
But still a ways off. After the performance is over, I'll still be deleting the overflowing data in Lumi again and recompiling the source code.
What a shame. That's technology Renee left behind. Bowen smiles and nods, turning to the silent Lumi at his side.
A shame indeed, but keeping Lumi in good operating order is most important. I know Renee's wishes now anyway. She'll always be by my side like Lumi. I'll have no regrets.
Yoohee nods as the backstage staff begin to call for the dancers to get into position. I'm sorry, it's about time. I need to go prepare for the show with Lumi and the Professor. Your tickets are for the VIP and for the VIPs and the VIPs. Oh my goodness, the VIPs and the VIPs. Dang. What a hookup. Get ready to catch every mesmerizing move of Lumi's performance up close. Eh? Lumi's going to be performing on top of providing the snow? Yeah, after that experience of ours, I had a change of mind in regards to the routine, so I made some changes. I asked the professor to help me train Lumi too. Just sit and watch. We'll be off then. Alright, we'll cheer for you. Lumi, my favorite! Leaving Yoohee to her business, Nagan and Ksenia return to the audience seating area, finding their spots. Whoa, VIP indeed, what a view! Yeah. I don't even have to stand on my tippy toes to see the whole amphitheater. Not bad at all. Eh? What's going on? It's all black all of a sudden. Did they shut off the lights? No, they haven't. Could your vision modules have really gotten that old? But I had them checked a few days ago. That shouldn't be the case at all. A procedural failure then. I think permanent loss of vision might be in the cards. No way, right? I've never heard of that happening to a doll. Help me, Ksenia. I'm kidding. I'll stop messing with you. Ksenia chuckles mischievously, taking the gaunt's hat off the top of her head. Ksenia! Gritting her teeth, the gaunt begins to reach for Ksenia's collar. The latter immediately passes over her hat on her head. The hat in her hand. Made out of felt, the hat's celebratory colors are adorned with flowers of yarn. This is the limited edition hat you always wanted. I bought it as a holiday gift. But it's expensive, isn't it? About as much as the flowers the professor gave us were worth, right? Yeah, all the monies from the sales went to this hat. You were hesitating, so I went and bought it for you. Money's just money, we can always make more. But we miss this hat, and it's gone forever. Aw, that's so sweet. Thanks. No need to thank me. Just mark me for extra overtime pay in future. I feel like such a failure. My junior beat me to giving a gift. When the show ends, I'm going to go pick out a proper present for you too. I'll be waiting then. As they chatter, the lights in the venue converge on the stage. The elevator in the middle gradually rises, and Yoohee takes the stage first with her basket of flowers. Good evening, everyone! Before we get started, we have a few little presents for everyone. Make sure you catch them. Everyone, happy holidays! Yoohee snaps her fingers, sending many red drones flying toward the venue, strewing candy and flower petals towards the audience. Yup! The gaunt leaps upwards, easily claiming a pack. You don't like candy at all. Why are you going for those? It's all in the holiday spirit. Take this. The show's about to start. Stuffing the candy into Ksenia's hands, the gaunt looks towards the stage with excitement. As the candy pulls the audience's attention, a cart full of flowers slowly rises to the middle of the stage. Now then, enjoy! Introducing today's special guest, a new artificial snow platform, Lumi. Adorned with bouquets, Lumi stands upon the cart of flowers, appearing at the stage's forefront. It turns as it sprays snow into the air. You go, little guy. Do your best. As the snow gradually blankets the stage, many audience members begin to extend their hands. The pureed foam lands upon their hands and hair. Being caused by curiosity or reminiscence, the icy sensation puts a smile on the audience's faces. As the audience's passion is ignited, the other members of the dance troupe make their entrance. The scattering petals combine with the falling snow, illuminating the stage. As the music rises and swells, the performance begins in earnest. On this holiday, everyone receives a present they desire. Yay, that's sweet. This was a nice event. This was very cute. I like it. I like it a lot. If they ever release Lumi merch here, I'll buy a Lumi merch. I want a Lumi plushie. Like, Lumi's adorable. Holy cow. And if Lumi joins the troupe, Lumi, you're gonna become my favorite in the group. You're gonna be my Oshi. My Oshi Lumi. I know I said at the beginning of the events that out of the idols, Yoohee was becoming my favorite, but I'm sorry, Yoohee, Lumi. The menu song is fun. Like, overall, it's a good event. A super duper good event. I'm happy. I just gotta give these stages a go later. And then also, oh my goodness. I am suffering a dinner gate jump. But I'll play it more later. I'll be good. But that's for future me. I can be lazy for now. Ooh, we should find out the next song in the next few days. Okay, good. Oh man, it's hard to decide how good to be with when it comes to summoning. Then again, it's a new month, you know, new month, new luck. Woohoo! Oh, I'm excited for that. And 8, tonight we're gonna finish Kamen Rider Agito. Oh, I wonder how that's gonna go. No fear, no pain. It's gonna be all fine. Ha ha ha. And also, I will find the actual hyper battle that we did not see. Because somehow I got an episode instead of the actual hyper battle. Gosh darn it. Oh, next should be Yoohee? Okay. So we do know who it is. Oh man. Decisions then in that case. I gotta think. And hope that the gacha gods are kind. Yeah, we'll see though. But now, I'm gonna check if Dad made the oatmeal yet. I feel like he should have at this point. Because he talked to me around like 6:50 something. It's already 9 p.m. So if he didn't make the oatmeal yet, I'm gonna be surprised. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest and epic gacha luck. I'm gonna go eat some steel cut oatmeal now to celebrate. Woohoo! So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. I do hope he made it, and if he didn't, aw. But if he did, yay. Food for me. Yummy oatmeal. Oh, is it gonna be cold by now? You know, I can handle some cold oatmeal. Nothing wrong with that. If anything, that's the consequences of my actions. Or I just warm it up myself, you know, I can be smart and not lazy.